Friday. This is the Agent for the People coming to you with another Friday Facts. I'm Malcolm Thomas.
I'm Jennifer Dorn.
And I'm Jeremiah Dorn.
We have a wonderful guest, Linda, with Soares Accounting and Tax Services. It's tax season, so she's just going to answer a few questions and we're just going to pick her brain a little bit.
Very good. Okay. Welcome, Linda.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you again for coming out.
Okay.
So we want to chat with you, and like Malcolm said, tax season, so everybody has these questions. One that jumps out for me right away, because we work with, of course, a lot of buyers and sellers, and I have sellers right now, and there are still some that are unfortunately in distressed situations and need to short sell their homes. Now, at one point they did have that tax or that forgiveness.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that now.
Okay, so the forgiveness was supposed to expire December 2016, but they brought it back in February.
Oh, okay.
So the thing about that is we had the line item on the tax return said reserve. So as I was getting ready to send somebody's taxes off, I said, okay, well, let me wait. So the IRS advised us, you could either amend it or, and a lot of taxes are audited if you do the amended return. So we end up waiting. So as far as the short sale, they still have it, and it expires December 31st, 2017. So if you've actually done a short sale in 2017, and you are insolvent, because they will give you a 1099-C, cancellation of debt. Okay. So once you're prepared the taxes, it's a form called the insolvency form. Okay. So that form, if you're, you have to put all your assets, you have to put your liabilities. So if your liabilities, what you owe is more than what you own, you are considered to be insolvent, and you won't have to claim that as income. Yeah.
So they don't waive that after December of last year, 2017. Right. So going forward, any short sales at this point would not be able to take
claim
advantage.
it as income.
Okay. And it has to, even if they did sell it in 2017, it would have to be their primary resident, not an investment.
The primary resident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to make sure you guys know, it can only happen if you sold your house in 2017, and it has to be your primary residence.
Okay.
Because I know we've got some investors out there too that. So. Anyhow, that was my question. You have a question?
Yeah, I actually do. And it's interesting. I was reading up a little bit on that last night, and that was a big question that I had, if they had to claim that as income. But I guess since we're on the basis of real estate and buying and selling, what benefits are there with buying and what benefits are there with selling real estate?
Okay, so if you purchase, of course, right now, you can deduct your interest that you pay on your loan. Okay. You can deduct the real estate tax. You can deduct the personal property tax you pay on your car. You can deduct the Salvation Army, up to like five grand, and the church. And also, if you actually pay out of your pocket for expenses for your job, you could also do that. But one of the things that came back is the PMI.
Okay.
You guys know about the PMI.
The mortgage insurance.
Right. That was supposed to be gone. So a lot of the mortgage companies, they had to redo the Form 1098 because they knew it had already expired in 2016, but they brought that back. So that was good for a lot of people, because what that does is you put that on your Schedule A, and it could reduce your taxable income.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. One of the things too, I guess, with talking about the write-offs, as a seller, what about any of the improvements that they make on the home?
When
does that become
when you sell your home, like when you purchase a home, you should save all your receipts. Like say you do a deck, you do the basement, all these different home improvements. You should save your receipts so that when it's time to sell, you could actually deduct that, deduct it. And if you happen to rent your house out, and you could depreciate your home over 27 and a half years. So when you get ready to sell, you got to add that depreciation
back into
your basis. Okay. So it's a real good thing about buying. I mean, the buying power is still there.
Yeah, very good. It's still right. The benefit is still there. So
right.
with all the different conversations about, you know, what is still available, what is not, it's good to know that real estate is still a good investment.
So we could go a little bit into 2018.
Mhm.
So we have something from 2018 to 2025. Your real estate tax area and your personal property tax area and the area where they deduct so much for your state income. That area on your Schedule A from 2018 to 2025, it can't be over $10,000. So, and then the interest before it was if you purchased a home for $1 million, you could deduct the taxes. Well, they downscaled that to $750,000.
Right. That's that capital. That's the capital gains, which still, and a lot of people get scared. But when you're at that price point, you know, it really isn't. From what I understand, and of course I'm not a tax consultant or you know expert like you, but what I've been reading, if you're at that price point, it's not going to make that much of a difference, and it's not going to make a huge difference in your saving.
Right.
So you know to get
so after deductions on Schedule A that people are missing, donate your stuff to Salvation Army, Goodwill.
Good point.
I have a spreadsheet, like all you need is a receipt that says it's in good or excellent condition. And then you list all your items. If you ever got audited, the IRS want to see the receipt and they want to see a list. I tell people, when you're on the floor, you have all your stuff, you want to, before you put it in the bag, just get a piece of paper and write 5 sweaters.
There
6,
you go.
whatever it is. So at the end of the year, you take that piece of paper and that list to your tax preparer. And they'll give you a form, because it's right online of, it's called the valuation guide.
Okay.
So they have one for the Salvation Army, for Goodwill, and then also for a church. You got to pay your 10%, because you know a lot of the churches need help. You pay your tithes and offerings, you can deduct that full. And any non-for-profit organization you can also deduct. But one thing that's going away for 2018 to 2025 is the area that you're able to, like if your employer don't reimburse you,
Okay. Yes.
that whole 2% area is going away.
Oh.
It's going away.
Oh, you know that was a question I had as well. I saw
They
something.
repealed that, and it's a lot. So also, if you don't have a house yet in 2018, you know, you either take your standard deduction or your itemized. So the standard deduction nearly doubled.
Okay.
For Mary Fallon joint, it jumped up to $24,000. Head of household,
Whoa.
you know, it went from $12,700 to $24,000.
Okay.
The head of household jumped up from about $9,000 to $18,000. And the single went from like $6,300 to about $12,000. So even if you don't have a home, which I encourage you to use our realtors right here and get your home.
That's right.
And,
That's right. Agent for the people.
for the people.
We're here.
And it will help you. It will reduce your taxable liability. And then in addition to that, you can maximize your 401k to reduce your income. So along with that, you'll have your itemized deduction and also the standard deduction. Right now, we could take $4,050 for each dependent. Like, you know, you have a married person, the mother, the father, say 4 kids, so $4,050 times 4. That's going away.
Wow.
It's going away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
a lot of changes.
So what came back was the tuition and fees. You know, we have 3 different types of educational credits.
Oh, yes.
You have the lifetime learning for the 4 years of undergrad. You have your lifetime learning for after graduates, after undergrad school, and then you have the tuition fees. But it took that away, but it came back.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
It only came back for 2017.
Okay.
Yeah. So what came back? It was called the extenders.
Okay.
So that's
So they were extended just through 2017.
Yes.
So 2018 is a different story.
Yes.
Okay.
So the upside, if you have a lot of kids, the child tax credit went from $1,000 in 2017 and it's gonna jump to 2,000 for kids 17 and under. So all these new changes is for 8 years,
Okay.
2018 to 2025.
Okay.
Now after, when we get to 2025, they have a chance to keep it or or just
Eliminate it
yeah.
altogether.
So I mean, we can go back.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. We have to wait to see what Congress is going to do.
Okay.
Are there any other tax deductions that the common person is not claiming that they should be?
Yes. The area I just spoke about was the deductions to the Salvation Army. People don't want to drop stuff off. They're like, oh, that's too tedious, that's too much. But it could save you a lot of money.
Especially people like us who are 1099.
Yes.
And I'm sure you have a huge list of just other things, so I definitely reach out to Linda or a tax
Absolutely.
consultant, because as you see, she's very educated and she knows what she's talking about.
Absolutely, yes. Well, I guess that wraps it up, Linda. You really came full of information this morning. So as Malcolm said, absolutely contact Mrs. Soares, because she does have all the tax codes. She knows the laws. She's great. It is tax season. For those procrastinators out there, give her a call. I know you're probably really busy. This is that time of year.
Yeah, working
Linda, you
hard.
might want to give everybody your contact info, or website or email, or how is the best
Okay.
way to reach you?
So my website is www.soarestax.com, and my office number is 703-221-5700.
Fantastic.
Well, guys, that's this week's episode of your Friday's Facts with the Agents for the People team. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below.
Absolutely. And always, if you have any other special content that you would like us to bring to you, please leave us a message in the comment section. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Take care.